Hello guys, this is Daniel Bernal, and this is our social media campaign for Mental Health Colorado. Although all of us know our client, we wanted to introduce them in order to preface our campaign and our motives behind it. Mental Health Colorado is the leading advocate for illness, prevention, and diagnosis in the state, as we all know. They deal in three main areas, such as policy, working with lawmakers to remove barriers for care, programs such as pro bono counseling and mental health first aid, which are both great, and partnerships with institutions such as Mental Health America and behavioral health partnerships. To frame the audience, we chose stigma as our main theme and thus targeted the one thing that we see we all have in common as a society, which we prize, is emotional maturity. Out of that, we chose the visual, and it is a quote from a show called Two Broke Girls, and it depicts our foolhardy obsession with being fine. So as you can see, there's a scale. We thus derive three things that we believe are hurdles that we need to jump through our campaign. The age gap, so speaking to both older and younger generations, normalization and the concept of unacceptable deviance, and the gender binary, the idea that women are emotional because they're hormones and or just because they are women, and the fact that men, for some reason, cannot be emotional. So, starting on Facebook, we came up with 4 main points that structure our media campaign. These 4 points will make up the backbone of our content and will cohesively work with our points illustrated before. So as you can see here are the content mock-ups. The first one, which is one of the first main points you just read, is we present facts through links and incite clickbait. The content on Facebook that gets more interaction are links, and unsurprisingly, the links that get more interaction are lists. So you can see companies such as BuzzFeed and Dipley heavily relying on this. They get a lot of their interaction, a lot of their media tracking through that. Another twist on this, an alternate twist on this, which is our second point, is post using an exclusive tone in order to drive more inclusion. So this works a little bit with reverse psychology. It relies on our curiosity and our ego to either feel included or be proud that we don't fit in. So a headline such as 37 things that only people with anxiety know to be true, upon clicking on it, you're either going to identify with it or you're going to be relieved that you don't identify with it. The third point is using statistics already on the client's website. So there's 2 ways to go about this. Quizzes are a biggie because they appeal to the demographic majority on Facebook. At the end of the quiz, a link directing to the client's website is a good way to bait and, if not, inform. So the majority demographic on Facebook is women 18 and up, and quizzes apparently are very, very popular with that demographic. Blogs are fantastic because they are cohesive with the format of Facebook, which is very familial and personal. So blogs as well obviously lead back to our client's website, and if not, some partner's website whose blog they shared. And our fourth point, we use relatable posts with which people feel identified. So comics are good because of the visual representation. People no longer want to read long articles, so information that is presented to them in a clean, simpler manner is the best. As you can see, this comic also touches upon normalization and unacceptable deviance. So the fact that you changing your frame of mind, you'll get better, and all you need to do is just change your mind, and it compares it to physical pain. It is also important to remember that Facebook seldom uses hashtags as it is a more personal site. So it is definitely a platform in which you interact with friends and family, and you really are not looking for promotion other than, a kind of a forum of discussion with your friends and family.
Hi, I'm Joe Gosalves, and I'm here to present our Twitter and Instagram section of our social media campaign for Mental Health Colorado. So let's get into it. So our overview and approach through Twitter is to tweet and present facts through statistics and research to give our followers some kind of usable information or information that they can kind of process or dig deeper and think analytically about. We also follow up those tweets with actionable information where we either forward them to a different site, either ours or a partner or different organizations. And we also utilize current resources that we'll tweet about that currently exist on the Mental Health Colorado website. And you'll see in our tweets over here later. We also use tweets to extend the conversation to other individuals and organizations because Twitter is kind of this continuous conversation, and we hope to contribute and create some kind of awareness through that as well as we tackle stigma. So here in our content mockups, you have 4 tweets here. 2 of them are paired up with each other, and you can see that we're talking about stigma here. And let's zoom in here to see. So we give a general definition of what public stigma is. Notice that we only use 1 hashtag. We're not using a lot of @mentions or retweets or more hashtags than needed because we want to present clear, clean information for our followers to kind of see and process. Because if we put too many hashtags or @mentions or anything else like that, we tend to it might be off-putting basically. So here we have the stigma definition, and also the immediate tweet we would follow up that with is also how they can help fight or present information how people can help fight mental health stigma. And there are 9 ways we can here. And we present in a bit.ly link to kind of make it more compressed and actionable. So we give something directly that they can use. Here's another one where we present information about 1 in 5 adults in the US, how they experience mental illness in a given year. Here we do use 2 hashtags, mental health and mental health Colorado, to kind of create visibility through these tags. But it's very simple, not too much words or information going on here, but just pretty straightforward and simple. We follow that up too with information, how they can take a quick screening that goes to our actual website that they can use to assess themselves if they have mental health issues through the screenings. And that's also provided in a compressed bit.ly link. So these are different types of tweets we can use to kind of raise awareness for stigma and also help prevent them from actually happening, and also know that individuals can learn more about themselves as well. Here we have additional tweets. Kind of these are one-off ones that can kind of use here and there with no specific follow-up or support tweets. Here's a one about statistics. In 1 in 10 young people experience periods of major depression, which is a very serious issue. And through that, we provide a link how they can learn about it more, recover, know that it is actually something diagnosable as well. So we raise them a question, give them statistical information, and then also provide them a link, which is something actionable that they can use. Here we provide an infographic about life with anxiety. This is very useful because we can use this to kind of share infographic information with others. Something simple. We would like to actually post this on our Twitter, but the link itself or the image itself is very long and lengthy. So presenting the actual link and then them forwarding to it would be more useful. Here we take a step back, and instead of discussing or creating some kind of conversation with our followers on either the local level, in their internet at least, here we're actually calling people to join the national organization here as they create I Stop Stigma By campaign, which is a pretty good hashtag. So as an individual organization in Denver, we're also reaching out to national organizations as well and raising awareness for it. So back to the overview, we present statistics, we provide follow-up actionable information in our tweets, we provide useful information that is actually present in our Mental Health Colorado website that currently exists. So we're using that information and also extend the conversation to individuals and organizations. Here we're going on to Instagram. Instagram is completely different from Twitter in the sense that it is a more visual, it appeals to more visual users and followers. You literally have to present images as well. And you have to take into consideration that and the high quality that you have to present that with. So here we're creating visually striking and bold imagery, high contrast images, images that you will see are relatively kind of the same to what we saw on Twitter, but in Instagram form. We also share impactful information statistics, something we don't want to move away from, and also encourage engagement on Twitter and Facebook. So we're using Instagram to link others to our other social media outlets, which is Twitter and Facebook. And you'll see this in a second. So we introduce language, statistical facts, and high impact design with ours. So here are a couple content mockups. We decided to go with a very stark black and white, bold type of design here. They are statistical facts, but we also wanted to present them in a way that actually could look like an actual advertisement that we'd see either in the streets, in a billboard, or in the bus. So here we present similar information as well as in the comment section or our message section below. We provide more information as well. So we present info and create an actionable outlet that they can further go into. On the left, we present the similar to our tweet, but in an Instagram form or image design is public stigma and kind of the definition of it as well. So we can't just go on and just talk about stigma here, and there. We also want to arm or equip our followers with a language and understanding of what stigma actually is so that they can know how to use it properly or understand it and what it means and how they either are helping it or upholding it, So on the left, it shows how we defy stigma. We forward them to a link as well. And on the right side, we present an information or an Instagram picture that is also incorporating the national organization, NAMI, in how they're creating their campaign, Be Stigma Free. So we're also using that to also connect others with the greater national conversation as well. And lastly, this is a general post we would do. I'd say occasionally, but not too much. It would pretty much be a link or image showing the two links to our Facebook URL and our Twitter handle so that others can kind of connect through there, that it's not just on Instagram, but we're also active on Facebook and Colorado Mental Health on Twitter as well. So these are kind of the ways we want to present stigma is through creating language, equipping information, providing information, statistical information through research, giving them actionable resources, useful resources that we created or Mental Health Colorado created, as well as other organizations, and to kind of bring everyone in from the individual level to the organizational level to help fight stigma. So this is our final presentation for the social media campaign for Mental Health Colorado. And this is it. Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoy this presentation.